welcome to another video. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Irit and I'm a watercolor and mixed media artist based in Austria. No kangaroos here. On this channel we talk about all things watercolor and we also paint. I believe painting with watercolors has a calming effect and I encourage others to play with this beautiful medium. If you enjoyed the video, please like and leave a comment and of course subscribe. I would love to have you here. Make sure you join my mailing list and immediately receive a free comprehensive watercolor shopping guide to your inbox. If you want to learn more about watercolors, I'd love to have you in one of my online workshops. Check the video description below for more details and links. Also, don't forget to enter the Art Bundle 5 giveaway for a chance to win more than 100 art courses worth over $4,000. That will be enough art courses for a whole year. Now let's get into today's video. I want to share with you a really fun and very relaxing, stress-free, frustration-free exercise you can try with watercolors. And in the next video, I will show you how you can use certain elements of it for jump-starting a new painting, or what you can do with all kinds of sketches, exercises, and paintings that are not necessarily finished work that you would frame. This exercise is really simple, and what I like about it is that you can really tweak it to your personal style, the products that you have on hand, and just the way that you enjoy painting. Basically, what we're going to do is we're going to sketch some circles with pencil in this case, and then we're going to color them in watercolor. Now, my preferred product for these sketchy circles is actually the Neocolor 1 wax pastels, which are water resistant, and that's what I used in the other versions that I made of this exercise. But I just wanted to show you that you can absolutely use also coloring pencils. These are Holbein and Prismacolor pencils. They are wax based or oil based, so they are also water resistant. That's the effect that I personally like. I really enjoy that resist. It works particularly well with the Neocolor 1 pastels, but it also works with pencils. If you prefer to use just watercolors, you absolutely can. If you prefer to use pens, you can do that. Just know your products. If they are water soluble, then you might want to be careful once you start adding watercolor so you don't get muddy colors or kind of lose those defined lines. But this can be tweaked to any way you want it to. I really prefer to have this kind of sketchy, uneven lines, but you can use like a template if you prefer, so that your circles are very even and symmetrical. That's not me. So I tried to film this in different angles so that everyone will be happy, those that enjoy the new angle and those that prefer also the bird's eye view. Maybe one day I will have two cameras and I can, really switch more easily. But for now, I hope this satisfies your, your desire to see better what I'm doing, which I totally understand. I think this angle does show you better every step, but the other angle just looks prettier in my opinion. So we're gonna get a little bit of both. You can see here I'm going for a very sketchy, uneven look, and I really love that kind of rainbow arrangement, a rainbow of colors. But you really don't have to do this. If you prefer more earthy tones, you can use those. If you just want, let's say, black and white or regular graphite pencils, you can use those. So really choose what you enjoy. And that to me is one of the really fun elements of this exercise. So there are two goals here. One is to do something that doesn't require a lot of decision making and gives us a lot of opportunities for variation and playtime. I don't have to think about which colors to go with, a color palette, any of those things. I can just use whichever yellows I want for the yellow circles. Personally, I'm a huge fan of that whole tone on tone, trying to match colors in different mediums. That is really my jam, but you can do whatever you enjoy. You can go for complementary colors. I get into that a little bit later in the video, but for me, a really easy way to start is, you know, just sample some of my yellows, then switch to the oranges, then go into the pinks. I don't have to think too much about it, and I can really experiment and see what happens when the colors meet. So to me, that is a big part of something that is supposed to be relaxing, because it eliminates that whole decision making, frustration factor. You're not sure what to do next. You can just play with colors and see what happens. And then the second part of this exercise, which I think can be really educational, it sounds kind of dry and boring, but I really believe that, is you can really look at every shape and color story and try to figure out how you feel about it, which colors really make you happy, and which colors you enjoy seeing next to each other. And then also, what is the dosage of each color that you enjoy in your artwork? I talk a lot about this in my intuitive painting with watercolors course, because to me, really understanding what you love and what you enjoy is one of the key, let's say, to really enjoying not only the process of painting, but also the results. I think so many times we are so focused because, you know, we want to learn, because we want to be better, because we have these amazing artists that teach us. We're so focused on their techniques and their teaching and their colors that we don't really know what it is that we actually love. And I'm not saying that we shouldn't learn from others, not at all, but I think what at the end of the day will not only make you happy with your artwork, but also make your artwork uniquely yours, is that puzzle that is you know, your style with your colors, with your products, with your techniques, what you took from others and things you figured out together, by yourself, I mean, but put all these elements together and, you know, no one is reinventing the wheel. We're all doing something that has been done before, but it's that combination that is uniquely yours that will help you make art that feels authentically you. And for me, I felt like so much of my learning time, the years that I spent learning watercolors, I was so focused on seeing what my instructors and colleagues and other people in the art community were doing, because I wanted to paint like they did. And it really took me time to understand that at some point I really have to see what it is that I really love and what works for me, and then certain things that don't necessarily work for me, or maybe elements that are not so important to other artists but are really important to me. so that I can be happy with what I paint and with the results. For me personally, color is one of the really critical elements. I spend a lot of time on trying to find that perfect color combination, which can be, you know, perfect for that day or that hour or that season. And maybe the next day I won't feel the same about it. But if I don't have my colors just right, somehow I'm always disappointed with the results, or I just don't feel that connection, like that piece of artwork is authentic. I found that for me, with my obsession with color, sometimes doing color studies can be endless, just because I have such strong preferences. But a page like this really gives me the opportunity, if I wanted to, I could treat every little circle as a color study and see which combinations I really like together, and then work from there, developing a color story more specifically fitting to my subject, if it's, let's say, a landscape or a floral, something like that. So recognizing in, you know, that big page with all the colors, recognizing a small area that has a color story that works for you. So it really allows for a lot of playtime. And I think especially the more, let's say, unfamiliar you are with your own preferences, something like this can help you kind of get in sync with your own color sense and color story. I just wanted to show you that you can really bring in to this exercise anything you want. I have these pastels from Jackson's. They are fluorescent. It's my of course I love all things fugitive and all things that don't translate well into print and scanning, but at least on video I think you can still get some of the fluorescent effect, so that's the silver lining. But you can really use this opportunity to test a lot of things. I want to thank you for joining me today for this relaxing playtime with watercolors. I will leave you with a little bit more painting, some close-ups, and a sneak peek on the next episode. And I wish you a wonderful, calm, relaxing week. I'll see you soon in another video. Bye-bye.